Yeah, piece of cake. Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
So we are doing developer commentary of episode 5. It's hard to believe, but after 20 years, Alan Blum and Richard Levelord Gray have come back to build all new content for Duke Nukem 3D using a lot in pretty much the original tools. Now the engine is upgraded. This development commentary will talk about some of that. You can also tell that we're able to put a lot more detail in these maps because of increased performance of computer hardware since the last 20 years. It's pretty exciting. We're getting an all new episode for Duke Nukem 3D in the classic style.
Yeah? Nobody's watched this. It doesn't matter.
What are you waiting for? Christmas? Oh!
The Nintendo 64 version of Duke 3D, they had all the source, and they went in and messed with the maps a little bit. They took the automobile you made in Pigsty, and they put it right there. So there's an automobile right here in Hollywood Holocaust in the N64 version of Duke 3D. Yeah.
Check up at the billboard there. It's highly relevant social commentary. I don't even know.
Pop culture reference from 1995.
Really?
There used to be a lot more stuff here. There used to be a bank across the street. There used to be a bridge going across the corner by the instant sign that went to a garage that you started at. Well, all that was reduced because if you stood in this corner, we had to get 20 FPS standing in the corner.
DX266.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
66
Intel
megahertz.
DX266. Not even a Pentium.
20 frames a second, which is pretty slow.
We'd cheat. We'd go down to 15. Yeah. I think we allowed you to shrink the window down too, so you're actually rendering less.
That's funny because if you bring up the console there, we actually got rid of 8 pixels off the top of the screen. That's just black because that gave us a couple frames.
Who came up with this idea of beach blonde biker It feels very George.
Yeah, it's probably George. I think this $1 Million song is from Blade Runner.
Cool.
Look at those high-tech fire sprites. The Pyromania CD, I think, was like the bread and butter of effects artists back then. There was this library of all these fire effects called the Pyromania.
It looks so good.
You can just buy the disc and you have a license to use all those effects.
Yeah.
I still get a kick when I see a movie these days using an effect off of that CD.
If you turn to the right, go down, there's a fire hydrant. This is one of my favorite things about Duke 3D is watch this. And if he was damaged right now, you could walk up and use a drink from it and you would get 1 health point for each drink. Like the fact that just any interactivity at all was a miracle back then.
Where is it?
Besides playing through it and trying to get to the exit, back then with Doom and everything, they also calculated how long it took you to get to the exit.
Yep.
So
Yeah, the fastest exit, you can actually run right around the back corner right now.
I saw a video of one person way back when, and they would run up here, grab the steroids, and use that to jump out of this window, across over to that ledge, and then around the corner while on steroids, jumping up and hitting the exit.
And they're done.
And they
It's
had finished
10 seconds.
Yeah, the whole level was like 7 seconds or something insane.
Steroids. There's no steroids up here. Are there? What's that?
Did you steal it, Dad?
I didn't steal anything.
Man, I just realized like these awesome view models, they were done by James Story, and James isn't with us anymore. It's crazy. It's gonna keep happening. As more time goes by.
That was what, last year?
Dad, there's blood on the wall, Daddy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's okay.
So nice these days I can put in a bug report on editor issues and
They get fixed.
yeah. In fact, they yell at me if I don't report them.
Yeah.
Why are you living with this?
The future.
There's up to 8 players, and the order, the spot that player 1 would spawn in was whichever was the first sprite dropped. But every time you saved it, it would reverse. So player 1 would become the 8th position if you saved it again. So you had to always save 2 times because every odd numbers became even.
Yeah.
One that was the primary teleporter had the first one.
Yeah. There's so many little idiots you just like, you know, you gotta become the engine whisperer.
Well, we're doing a re-release, right?
Yeah.
Can I go fix that?
I don't know.
I can't live with it.
Don't save twice.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of
If
that.
you fix it, save it twice.
Yeah, save it twice. There's a spot right over here. This texture went out, it's misaligned because of that stupid ass bug. And George would always point that out to me. He's like, sure.
Come here.
Tell me about
Come here.
Oh, we're in the bathroom.
it. Yeah, look at that sweet
This is gonna be
mirror.
a trigger.
And
See, and you can jump, and it would actually just mirror.
yeah, no mirrors in Doom, so yeah, you
What?
never saw yourself.
The George approach to design, he'd be playing through a level like this, and he'd say something like that. Wouldn't it be funny if you opened this and there was an alien sitting on it? And
Yeah.
He would do that all the time.
Yeah. The engine will cull everything that is outside the visible set. And if it's not a playable space, like if it's the negative space, if there's no actual sector there, the engine will just say, I don't care, I'm not going to draw you. He's cheating the engine and he's saying, hey, through that portal, draw this again, just flip one of the axes.
Why does it work for the security camera?
Because it's looking into places that actually exist.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, the other thing that I always think on is that mirrors are still a rarity in video games to this day. Here's a problem we solved in 96.
They're expensive.
Yeah, it's so expensive.
They're expensive from a performance point of view.
Duke needed to see himself, I guess.
That's absolutely right. You can't have a Duke game where he's not looking in the mirror. And I think if you use the mirror, hey, I'm looking good.
Damn, I'm looking good.
Phone number over
There it is. 8675.
Let's not sing it.
Oh, I never noticed that.
Much better.
The George approach.
Chuck had to do a special, like he had to create frames just to have him sitting and get up off the toilet, just for that guy.
It was well worth it.
Absolutely.
I should put my email address down here in this corner.
Oh, look at that. Stalker at metronet.com. Right. Striker. Because Major Striker. I'm sorry, big difference. Does it,
AJ Stalker.
does it still work? You still use that email?
No. I actually didn't get too many emails. I was afraid I was going to get charged for tons of emails or something like that. But yeah, I got some emails from people saying, what is this? Did I win something? You won my thanks.
There's a email
Back
address.
then,
Sorry, it's
we
weird.
didn't have to report Easter eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just a bunch of guys making a game. So, whatever happened, happened.
is in the projector room that I think that was an accident. It's an idiosyncrasy of the engine. You can crouch next to the projector and fall through into the hallway.
That was the hidden apartment out front, I think. And the red apartment, if you went into the corner, you could actually duck down and throw your pipe bombs through and blow up people down below. Yeah, unintended, people found it.
Look out the window. What's on the screen? Nope. Theater. Oh, what? It's that kind of theater. I think it doesn't matter how old the people were working on this game, they all had the mind of an adolescent.
That's basically as we are. We never grow up.
Holy shit.
Is that the default wall texture down there?
It is, isn't it?
Which one? This one?
No, I think that's not. Is that default? I don't know.
No, the default was a longer rounder, but
Yeah,
we use that one.
This one's set off by an earthquake.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, if you walk here, you got some sector moving.
Because the
sector
joke is that in California there's earthquakes.
It's true.
And this is Hollywood Holocaust.
There are.
We just had a massive earthquake in LA when this game was being worked on, and I think that's why that was such a prevalent.
Yeah.
Like it was on everyone's mind. The Northridge quake was like a 6.9 on the Richter scale, wrecked a lot of stuff, destroyed all the buildings. And I think that was in the news. So that's probably why they did it.
Go get something to drink then.
Yeah, everything we did was pretty hacky. We didn't have the Unreal tech that we have now with tons of features and tons of variables, and it was pretty hacky to have a C9 sprite that you shoot, shrunk it down, and that was a way to tag it, so make this invisible and do explosions based off of something else.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
That was the first instance of balls of steel, pinball machine. I've got balls of steel. Balls of steel. What one designer calls hacky, another designer calls genius.
I think in game design, everything a designer does is a hack.
Yeah.
Until a coder gets tired of it and makes it a feature.
Notice the sectors rotating on the floor? Those aren't lights being emitted by that. Those are sectors that he's spinning around. They're actually doors, the rotating doors.
Yeah, put out a pivot point and then tag the sector and watch it go.
First pig cop. This was a funny joke back then. I guess it's almost relevant again now. We have so many cops shooting people.
Yeah, that's funny, all right.
It's interesting. Like we went through a period.
It's hilarious.
We went through a period. We went through a period where we started to respect our police officers. This joke became less funny. And now I think we're back where everybody just wants to hate the cops.
Not everybody.
Well, I don't hate the cops. I respect law enforcement.
It's missing two guys. I don't understand. What? Get in a room up here or something, can't you?
Yeah.
It's like a room you can get into. I can't remember where it is though. I don't know that.
What are you? You're gonna fall, Dad. Are you trying to find a room?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen though.
There might be some in there.
Rockin'. Groovy. Cool. Hail to the king, baby.
Why is there no lights in there?
I don't know. It's just dark in here.
Yeah, somebody must have turned the light on.
I remember how to get out of here. Oh my god. I'm stuck in here. Okay. There's a dang map.
Cool.
Are you just saying everything?
Is there no more commentary?
No.
Lame.
Cool.
When you die, you just say, that's scary.
It's not that scary.
It's a little scary.
No, it's not that scary. There's a pig cop in here. I can hear him. Where is he? Maybe not. Maybe he's outside.
Cool.
Did you get that pig cop?
Yeah.
Hail to the king, baby.
Are you trying to find another peacock?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like pigs, not peacocks. Peacocks are mean. I like just pigs.
Who wants some?
Was there a lot of those in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Groovy. Hail to the king, baby. Come get some.
This game is hard, Dad.
Cool.
Did you like them? You lock them, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Did you lock them in there? Good job. I don't know why you saw that square till, Dad.
Rockin'.
Are you gonna get something to drink?
Groovy. Groovy. Groovy.
Dad, are almost dead, Dad. You almost dead, Dad.
No.
That's one doomed space marine.
Listen, there's probably
Hail to the king, baby.
like that.
No.
This gun is cool, but there's never any ammo. Die.
You're not gonna die. You're just gonna kill them all, Dad. My mom will play Nino Kuni's 14. Nino Kuni
Cool. Come get some.
trying to find another pig cop.
No.
Did you find another pig cop?
Cool. Groovy.
Now, are you gonna go get dinosaurs now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it gone? Is it gone now? Good job. There another.
What?
You're sitting on my blanket, Dad. Get off of it.
Why?
Because I want it.
Cool.
Give me my blanket.
We're in control now.
God dang it.
Give me my blanket back.
Settle down, Willow.
Who wants some?
I dropped it something. I dropped it. Oops.
Oh!
It just turned on.
Hmm.
There's a little big head, Dad. There's a big head. Can you kill the big head, Dad?
No, it's a hologram.
It's a hologram. You can't kill the...
Oh god.
Don't fall, okay? It's a map.
Who wants some?
I like the little baby eagle.
Yeah.
Cool.
The lights scare me.
I think I'll climb aboard.
There's a pool, Dad. There's water. Did you go in the water, Dad?
Nope.
Yeah?
Gonna rip him a new one. I should have known.